This is why I was completely prepared and expected and ready to accept the ban and celebrate it and move on forever. In fact, it's exactly what I wanted, even if I think the reasons for the ban are absurd. I know this is very confusing to some of you, but even though I think the reasons for the ban are idiotic, the best possible outcome today was still for this play and this debate and this discussion to just go away forever. Instead, the worst possible outcome happened. The vote fell just 2 teams short of passing. We needed 24 votes. The final vote was 22-10. They needed 24 teams to pass that ban and only got 22, which means there are 22 cowardly teams, and somehow there still aren't enough cowardly teams. I call them cowardly because there's no reason to support that ban. Again, other than y'all can't stop the Eagles. And again, that's not a reason. People keep citing this vague injury concern. But that's bogus, too, because there is 0.0 evidence that this play is any less safe or any more dangerous than any other play. The safety slander got so slanderous that Jeffrey Lurie, who owns Philadelphia, had to actually fly Jason Kelce into Minneapolis so he could talk to the owners and tell them, no, he did not retire because of the Tush Push, and no, it is not a fundamentally unsafe play. In fact, the Eagles actually think the play is safer than the alternatives in short yardage situations. Lurie himself called it the safest play in the history of the league. Which is it? The safest play in the history of the league, or so dangerous that we have to ban it right now? Back to Kelce. I mean, there actually was that rumor floating around that the reason he retired was because of the Tush Push. Here's Kelce explaining why he had to show up to the meeting today on his New Heights pod.
Lastly, obviously, there's the Tush Push, which they are voting on banning. It feels like this is the most legitimate chance it's had since they've been voting on it to be banned. I'll say this. I'm actually going to Minnesota.
What?
So there were some things said at the last owners meeting. Some of the owners and coaches hinted that the reason I stopped playing was because of the Tush Push and that I got hurt on the Tush Push frequently.
What the f?
I'm just going to answer any questions people have about my partaking in this play. I don't care whether it gets banned or not. I think.
How much, Travis? What the F? People were straight up making, not even people, owners, allegedly, were straight up making bleep up about Jason Kelce. These cowardly teams are so cowardly and so desperate and so pathetic and so lacking in any concrete evidence to support their argument that they just made up this story that Kelce up and retired because of that play. The hell is that? That's how petty and how stupid and how absurd this whole thing has gotten. That's how bent and butthurt these cowardly teams are. And you know falling 2 votes short is not going to deter them either. You know these teams are now going to spend the next year trying to come up with new bullcrap reasons to ban this and try to whip up 2 more votes. And they'll get them. They'll get them. This is why I'm so butthurt. This is why I'm so pissed. Why didn't you just have the votes today, get the 24 votes you needed, and let's be done with this? Now we have to listen to this bullcrap for a whole nother year. Which makes the fact that we didn't get it all the more frustrating. It was right there. If you're going to ban it, ban it. Ban it. Ban it right now. Instead, we're going to have to argue about this dumb play with this equally stupid name for a whole nother year. Which, again, is why I somehow found myself on the pro-ban side of the debate today. Even if I do think the ban is the dumbest and the weakest and the lamest thing ever. The only thing dumber and weaker and lamer than the ban itself is having to keep discussing and debating the ban for another year. Like, I don't think the play should be banned, but my priority is no longer defending this stupid play. My new priority is never talking about this stupid play ever again. And man, we were this close, 2 votes away. I'm shocked, by the way, that it didn't pass. I was so excited for it to pass. And of course, the push lives. It lives to push another tush another year, which is why I started the segment with a why, and a no. Hey, by the way, you know who's going to have to wear this? My adopted fam. Green Bay. Green Bay. You know I absolutely love you, but there's a very good reason why the Packers are taking heat right now because, well, one, they deserve it, but most of all, two, it was their proposal. Yes, 21 other teams fell in line, but the Packers, and they're all cowards, by the way. Scared cowards.
Scared coward.
Thank you, Tourette's.
Cowards.
The Packers, though, they're the ones that put their name on it. They're the ones that had their proposal. You're the team volunteering to be on the front lines of this cowardly crusade. So, yes, you're going to have to wear that. That's just the deal. You also have to wear the fact that the tally of the vote today just came to be, look at this, the same final score as the Packers-Eagles wildcard game. That's right, 22-10. Do you really think that's a quinky dink? There are no quinky dinks. That's got to sting. Philadelphia just scoreboarding the hell out of you, Wisco fam. Philly is like, we will keep finding new scoreboards to point to, Packer fan. Scoreboard, us 22, you 10. Scoreboard, the tush, 22-10. In favor of a non-ban. I just want to point out that Nick Sirianni already nailed the perfect take on this more than a year and a half ago. Credit to rock, paper, scissors. Not always the most eloquent speaker, but he really could not have said this any better at the time. And not only does it hold up, it's absolutely perfect today. Just as perfect as it was when he said it the first time back in October of 2023.
Because you've seen it, right? You've seen it across the league that people can't do it like we can do it. They can't do it like we can do it. And so I'm making my plug right there. Like, don't ban this play. Like, if everyone could do it, everybody would. Where's the camera? If everybody could do it, everybody would do it.
That's the deal.
Where's the camera?
That's why teams wanted it banned. It's that simple. Nobody can do it like the Eagles can do it. And if everybody could do it, everybody would do it.
Where's the camera?
Dude could not be more right.
Everybody would.
That said, I'm going to make my plug right here. Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
Where's the camera? If everybody could do it,
ban the freaking play.
everybody would.
Where's the camera? I know the ban is stupid, but I just never, ever want to talk about the topic ever again. Where is the camera?
Where's the camera?
Ban this stupid play. That's me making my plug right now. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to circle November 10th. Eagles, Packers. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I am scripting the first 20 plays with nothing but tush pushes. Coin flip, call tails, receive the kickoff, touchback. 1st and 10 at the Philly 35. Tush push, 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the Eagles 38. Tush push, 3 yards. 3rd and 4. Tush push, 3 yards. 4th and 1. Tush push, 3 yards. 1st down. Rinse and repeat. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this list that Adam Schefter posted. Look at that list. NFL needed 24 votes today to ban the tush push, but only 22. Got only 22. Here are the 10 teams that voted against the tush push ban per sources. Now, I was going to applaud them, but now I'm not. Here are the 10 that voted against it. Eagles, Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jags, Dolphins, Pats, Saints, Jets, Titans. Anybody not on that list gets the same Packers game script, all right?
Where's the camera?
Come on, man. Another year of that garbage? That's why I flipped. That's why I flipped. That's why I was so hoping for the ban. Good, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. Stupidest name, stupidest discussion.
What?
But no. Another year of it. It's gonna get banned. Why do we need another year of this? It's gonna get banned. Man, I'm so pissed. Hey, Rome, what are you so pissed about? That? I gotta listen to that for a whole year. All right, so there, I led with it. That's your lead story. It's not going away. 1-800-636-8686. I'm not even going to get into, at least change the name. I'm not getting into any of it. In fact, I'm going to do my very best to put a moratorium on it, to ban it from all discussion on the program. The Super Bowl could come down to it and the final play, and I may not discuss it. That's how much I hate it. I don't want to discuss it ever again. Can you imagine me beginning this show with that over an NBA playoff game? But I did. Freaking Shield, man. You want to know why they didn't ban it? I'm going to give you, okay. I'm starting to get sucked in to you tinfoilers community. You know why they didn't ban it? That's why. Engagement farming industry. Another year of the Tush Push discussion. Are you going to come up here and tell me the NFL doesn't love that? You're wrong. That's why they didn't ban it. Not because, okay, where's my tinfoil hat? Hey, Lauren, give me my tinfoil hat. You know why they didn't ban it? Not because they didn't have enough votes, but because now we have to talk about it for another year. Wait. Are you watching? Stop moving that thing, dude. It's harder. That is tougher than it looks, actually. Anyway.